Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this one from Matthew LANY here on Twitter. New platform aims to make sending remittances home as simple as sending a WhatsApp message for UAE's expat workers. Guys, this is new technology here, brought to us by Ripple partner Wizz Financial. So Wizz Financial is to help the unbanked access credit and other financial services. A new financial platform aims to offer foreign workers in the United Arab Emirates who often don't have a bank account the ability to conduct transactions and send money to their homeland in a process as simple as sending a WhatsApp message. And for those of you guys who might not be familiar with WhatsApp, it's basically like a texting platform similar to text messages. Wizz Financial, a global fintech company, specializes in cross-border payments, and they will be collaborating with NPCI. So NPCI, there's a Ripple connection there too. They are working with Wizz Financial, who is a confirmed Ripple partner, and they are making the ability to send cross-border payments as easy as sending essentially a text message. So this international arm of the National Payments Corporation of India, they're creating what they bill as the Middle East's first digital payments platform, leveraging various platforms developed by NPCI and using open source technologies. So it's still in the works. It's still subject to regulatory approval. However, you know, there is a need for this type of platform. There is a need for this type of technology. And so, you know, especially for people in vulnerable circumstances who need to send money fast, cheaply, and efficiently, well, this is certainly a great option for them. So Wizz Financial estimates that around 1.7 million people in the UAE are unbanked. This is a substantial number. This is a quote from the CEO of Wizz Financial. So the objective, he continues, is the democratization of payments. I think one of our missions has been financial inclusion because a lot of our current sort of customers are blue-collar workers and they don't have access to a full gamut of financial services that, say, for example, someone in the UK or someone in the US or Europe has access to. And I think that's been one of our missions, to address that problem and to provide a full gamut of financial services to empower these people. So that's right on point with what Ripple's message has been from the beginning. And, you know, since we know that Wizz Financial is Ripple enabled, also considering they are working with NPCI, where we know there's a known Ripple connection there, it only makes sense that they are coming together to help bank the unbanked with RippleNet enabled technology. So great news there from Matthew LANY. I wanted to thank him for posting that. Also, this guy's from Citizen of the Future at Utility Theory here on Twitter. So he just found this IEEE report. This is a 2019 presentation that he just dug up. Ledger of Ledgers approach requires a single trusted ledger to pass the value or messages between others. And so why is this so significant, guys? Because just the other day, earlier this past week, there was a conference with IEEE, International Conference with regards to blockchain and cryptocurrency, their advanced program that happened in Shanghai, China between the 2nd and 5th of May. So it just ended. And guess who was on the docket? So May 2nd to May 5th, 2022, but originally scheduled to be in Shanghai, China. IEEE ICBC provides opportunities to network with like-minded researchers and professionals from around the world. And so just highlighting down here some of the speakers that were there. But also, guys, take a look at this on Monday, May the 2nd. They did have a tutorial, Ripple's XRP Ledger, from theory to practice. So they mentioned XRP here, and I mean, I didn't see the talk, but it sounds as though that they were going through the entire system, RippleNet's system, and how they leverage XRP, what I'm assuming would be for sourcing liquidity for cross-border payments specifically. Here they also have on the docket from last Monday, the abstract, the XRP Ledger enhances the existing worldwide payments infrastructure and services by providing XRP tokens to ensure quick liquidity and acting as a global settlement network. And they talk XRP acting as that bridge asset. And, you know, we're going to talk a little bit more about XRP turning into or quickly transforming into a neutral bridge asset that's going to be moving all the money, guys. I'm going to talk about that a little later in the video. But here they're talking about it being a bridge asset that businesses and financial institutions can use to bridge and transfer between two different currencies. Of course, we know how XRP works. The purpose of this tutorial, though, is to provide the audience with a detailed image of the latest developments concerning the XRP ledger through a theoretical presentation, including several examples, which we will follow a practical demo. So describing and explaining how the XRP ledger works in practice, this at the IEEE International Conference on Blockchain and Cryptocurrency that just happened in Shanghai. So interesting news there. Important people that are critical to the global financial system, they are now paying attention, and you know, even in China, blockchain, cryptocurrency, this is kind of becoming the new approach. You know, we talked a lot about countries starting to develop their central bank digital currencies, so that's also going to be a part of this. And now we're seeing, you know, Ripple was kind of the first player in the space. We were seeing them way back years ago move as the first players, making moves, partnering up with central banks, understanding the importance of those relationships, and also financial institutions, the smaller cross-border payment remittance companies. And now look at where they're going. Of course, there is the SEC lawsuit, which is holding them back a little bit, at least in the United States. But globally, guys, that's where 95% of Ripple's business is. And so now we're seeing, like this example in China, IEEE supports Ripple and highlights them in a seminar that just happened last week. Blockchain and Cryptocurrency International Conference. So interesting news there. Wanted to thank Citizen of the Future for posting that. There was also this, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf here on Twitter. Soon you will be able to bridge XRP and wrapped XRP, or WXRP, back and forth between Ethereum and the XRP ledger using onxrp.com. So guys, this is the latest. This is how we're going to see more utility being derived from the XRP cryptocurrency. So this happened a few months ago. Wrap.com did announce back in October that they will be officially supporting wrapped XRP on the Ethereum blockchain. In collaboration with Hex Trust, one of Asia's leading digital asset custodians, users will be able to use WXRP backed one by XRP on the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. And so according to the CEO of Tokensoft, the driving force behind Wrapped, the new connectivity will give XRP users access to several DeFi applications, be it for borrowing and lending, swapping, or for use in automated market makers, unlike the native XRP token. In a tweet posted in the beginning of November by David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, he claimed that WXRP, or wrapped XRP, would be multi-chain. While Ethereum remains to be the blockchain of choice for launching wrapped cryptocurrencies right now, its notoriously high gas fees have caused some controversy among its users and crypto enthusiasts. So, despite the fact that Ethereum has gained a lot of popularity and, a lot of different organizations are looking to utilize the Ethereum blockchain for certain purposes, the gas fees, right? That's what's really crushing the Ethereum blockchain. And, so if there's a better option, if they can be interoperable, why wouldn't someone decide to use a more efficient option if essentially these two blockchains can fulfill the same purpose? So David Schwartz just bringing this to our attention. During congested times, just back to gas fees, gas prices rise to exorbitant highs of hundreds of dollars for smart contract executions. These transaction fees stand in stark contrast with the ones on the XRPL, which are nearly zero. Multi-chain integration could enable users to wrap their XRP on chains and have far lower gas prices. And so guys, this is coming soon, being able to bridge XRP and WXRP back and forth between the Ethereum blockchain and the XRPL using this particular product. So interesting news here. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. And Michael at Val5 Links bringing this to our attention. Bnext receives an additional $4.5 million led by Borderless Capital to drive DeFi on the Algorand blockchain, another one of those WEF coins. For those of you guys interested in the Algorand cryptocurrency, we've got more news here with regards to that token. This latest investment will help further Bnext's goal to continue introducing bleeding-edge financial technologies throughout 2022 and beyond. Borderless Capital will not only provide financial support, but also offer invaluable expertise in the Algorand blockchain ecosystem, which will help Bnext accelerate the development of its numerous financial products and drive adoption of DeFi technology on a global scale. So financial technology, of course, we know the Algorand blockchain very, very good at performing certain tasks. And now we're seeing, more companies interested in that particular technology, expanding out DeFi in this particular case. So Algorand and Bnext, the Algorand blockchain offers numerous technological benefits, including faster transaction speed, efficiency, lower fees, no mining requirements, which is also a big one here, and a permissionless pure proof of stake approach to consensus, to name a few. Bnext has already leveraged Algorand to power its wallet app and is developing several more use cases for the future. And so this article just goes into a little more detail as to how they are going to fund the project. There is some Bnext or B3X tokens. They did have a sale, and they said that they're going to allocate most of those to the Algorand community. I will link this in the description for you guys if you are interested. Just wanted to bring that to your attention, though, because, more blockchain technology, more value driven to these blockchains that we know are going to solve problems. This is where the value is going to get, guys. This is when we're going to see real-world adoption and when cryptocurrency prices are really going to soar. I mean, we look at the spec market, we think to ourselves, how great would it be if XRP, for example, went to $10 to $15, anywhere in that range. And guys, that's just spec. Okay, that's just spec. I mean, that's just the next year or so. based on absolutely nothing, based on pure supply and demand from people who just want to trade cryptocurrencies, basically how we've seen the entire cryptocurrency market to date. But now we're coming into a different time with the SEC lawsuit almost coming to a close, real world utility right there on our doorstep. This is when we're going to start to see a big explosion, a transformation, a change, and real world utility will eventually drive real value to these cryptocurrency projects. So, you wait it out for the next decade or so, and I could see, these cryptocurrencies really start to move up over the next 7 to 10 years. Anyway, getting a little off topic here, but this is great news for Algorand. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. And Crypto Eddie here posting this ground-shaking announcement with SBI Japan, SBI and Standard Chartered Bank. Okay, 2 companies that have a Ripple connection with their venture arm in Singapore announce a multifaceted alliance. One such consideration of collaboration is the digital asset area, establishing a joint venture for custody. So Crypto Eddie here posted this article, and I'm just going to translate that to English so that we can read it here. So SBI and Standard Chartered have entered a basic agreement here for small business alliance with SC Ventures. Again, guys, these are 2 Ripple-enabled companies. Let me just go down here. They consider sharing information on investees, sharing information on collaborative investment decisions, cross-investing in promising investment destinations. Okay, that's just one. Mutual expansion of the market through geographic cooperation. Yeah. Number 3 here, though. This is where I found the juicy stuff. Building an ecosystem through cooperation / mutual cooperation on specific themes. Consider and implement collaboration in the digital asset area, such as establishing a joint venture with Zodia in Japan. The group is building a banking as a service business in Japan and SCB in Indonesia. With this know-how, we will consider and implement cooperation in undeveloped countries in Southeast Asia and the Middle East and Africa. Consider and implement joint ventures and other forms of cooperation in the fields of sustainability and financial inclusion. So we're noticing that same theme here. Financial inclusion, sustainability, all things that Ripple has been focusing on for the last several years now. So it's no surprise that these 2 Ripple-connected companies are also considering these same goals. And then down here, they talk about consider and implement cooperation in advancing such areas as DeFi, the metaverse, and Web 3.0. So all the big companies are going to now be focusing, I'm sure they're going to have an arm dedicated to decentralized finance, the metaverse, and Web 3.0. Also down here, Zodia, just to give you guys a sense of who they are, established by SC Ventures, developing crypto asset custody business for institutional investors. So almost kind of like a Backed in the United States. Similar kind of concept there for this company, Zodia. Anyway, that from SBI Holdings. Interesting news there. Standard Chartered and SBI Holdings now partnering together, really looking to expand the ecosystem in Southeast Asia specifically. Anyway, wanted to thank Crypto Eddie for posting that. And here's one, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman, watching Ripple partner Bexis Banco in Brazil expand into games, interactive services, and coda payments in Singapore. The partnership will soon include other segments with payout transactions processed by BexPay, the group's cross-border payment arm. So we haven't heard too much about BexPay, but these guys, as I mentioned in the past, are partnered with Ripple. They've expanded in the gamer market, integrating its services with Coda Shop from Coda Payments. Bex offers the industry technology and regulatory expertise to remit multiple payments made in Brazil through Coda Shop Gamer Wallet, Coda Cash to the Coda Payments headquarters in Singapore, using automated transactions and providing security and compliance. And as a result of the partnership, Brazilian gamers will benefit from a fluid payments experience using various local payment methods such as Pix, AME, PicPay, Mercado Pago, which, if my memory serves me correctly, that is also a Ripple-enabled customer, and bank transfer. So Coda Shop expects to generate value by building loyalty among Brazilian users, offering a range of local payment methods and benefits. So this has to do with gaming, of course, and transactions essentially within video games amongst their users. Interesting to note, considering video gaming, one of the biggest industries, one of the biggest entertainment industries at least, around the world. So many people play video games, it is insane. It dwarfs Hollywood and the television industry, the music industry. It dwarfs all of that. Video gaming has soared to number 1 over the last decade or so, probably more than that. So Wrath of Kahneman, though, down here saying there is no specific mention of RippleNet, but through the partnerships that we know of, we know BexPay is a Ripple user for cross-border transactions. He goes on to say Coda Pay here, Forte and Steam. We know Ripple, there is a connection with Forte, and Ripple is a global platform and connects with a number of paycos, many of them Ripple partners. So for example, Coins.ph, Bcash, Bradesco, Branorte, SCB, and Fari. And then down here he questions. So the question is Coda Payments Are they a Ripple user, or are they just using a number of payment companies that are RippleNet enabled? They deal with automated payments, but not NFTs, interestingly. And so he does link the sources down here for those of you guys interested. One last thought, if they did indeed use Ripple, it would mean 2 of the largest video game platforms in the world are Ripple users. If they don't, RippleNet is still being used in some form of payments, whether it's the payment plumbing. So guys, what does this tell you? Video gaming, going to be running on DLT technology, and 2 of the biggest gaming platforms now partners with the Ripple company. So that only means more expansion, I think, down the road. Or rather, the competitors are going to have to create something equally as good. Otherwise, their competition will have to, whether it's create something brand new or just join the party, jumping on the XRPL. That's still up for debate, of course. Anyway, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman here for posting that. And some interesting news here, guys, from Ripple partner Tranglo. Now, T-Hole Benedict XRP posted this. This has been around and no one has posted about it. Tranglo customers, did you know this? You can toggle between countries, and you can check out all the different statistics here. Like, for example, he posts this from the United Kingdom, coming soon, About channel, direct banking method, and it gives you guys all the statistics in these particular Tranglo-enabled countries. Like, for example, transaction limits, maximum transaction of about 15,000 GBP, Great British Pounds, and the minimum transaction is 1. Transaction fees will not be refunded once the transaction is accepted by GlowRemit. So these are just some statistics, country by country. If you click up here, you can see all the different countries that Tranglo services. So Australia, for example, you can click on that, and it will bring you to the Australian page and give you all the details for Australian payouts here, just as another example. So if you guys are one of the countries that is Tranglo enabled, which is again a Ripple partner, you can go to that country, click on that, and see all the details there for Tranglo Connect, I believe this is. Yeah, right up here, Tranglo Connect. So interesting news there. Wanted to thank T-Hole Benedict for bringing that to our attention. And I mean, this, this is going to expand too. I have a feeling that, all these companies starting very, very small as of now, going to expand greatly in their geographic areas. Like, for example, Tranglo, we're seeing, it's really hitting Southeast Asia specifically with, the obvious outliers here, like the United Kingdom, which isn't in fact enabled yet, but it is coming soon. So the market obviously starts small, and we're starting to see little drips and drabs of the expansion, like, moving into Brazil, for example. That is a big market in South America, or Ghana, right, in Africa. Mostly we're seeing this in Southeast Asia now, but, we are getting more and more adoption. All these Ripple-enabled companies are seeing the benefits. So they're realizing, okay, now's the time to expand. We've got to do it now because we can't be sitting on our laurels and expect the business to come to us. This is how Ripple-enabled companies are just going to get bigger and bigger over the years. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that to you guys. Again, wanted to thank T-Hole Benedict for posting that. But what I really wanted to bring to you today, guys, was this thread by Anders L., a theory on Ripple's Liquidity Hub. And so even just by reading this thread, it kind of opened up some more questions that came to my mind, like this concept that David Schwartz mentioned a while ago about XRP being a neutral asset and how it will actually stimulate through the Liquidity Hub, stimulate more markets to utilize XRP, incentivize clients to utilize XRP. So here's Anders L's thought on this, and we're going to ask some other questions as well. So this is his Liquidity Hub theory. This is just my personal opinion, speculation regarding the bigger picture when it comes to the Liquidity Hub. I believe it is fundamental for Ripple's long-term strategy regarding XRP. And obviously XRP is the pièce de résistance for Ripple to really thrive, right? It's going to be that liquidity tool, or at least theoretically, they want it to be that liquidity tool to move all the money. So Anders L states, from what I've read, customers will be able to source digital assets at the best possible prices using the Liquidity Hub. Now note here, he doesn't say that they will be sourcing it through XRP specifically. He says, I don't think we have any more detail than that. It's just a smart order routing similar to ODL, and that's just what's in the article here. Basically, sourcing digital assets at optimized prices, buy, sell, and hold digital asset at the best prices. So essentially an aggregator. And I recently did a video on the Liquidity Hub. I will link it up here if you guys didn't catch that. If I had to make a guess, I don't think you have to source by the use of XRP, since both Bitcoin and Ethereum are more liquid assets than XRP, at least at this moment in time, especially in the United States. Ripple have made it part of their business model to not force financial institutions and enterprises to use XRP, but they incentivize the usage of XRP, and I'll tell you why. Look at cross-border payments. You don't have to use XRP or ODL, but it has massive benefits, such as instant settlement and no need to pre-fund. So all those great things that we know, where we know XRP is better, obviously. If you have it on demand, you have instant liquidity. You don't need to pre-fund accounts. You don't have to know that the money is already there because it settles so fast, is just one example, under 3 seconds. They included eliminating pre-funding requirements about the Liquidity Hub. So maybe, just maybe, that could indicate sourcing by XRP. Maybe or maybe not. So he's just mentioning this with regards to that article about the Liquidity Hub eliminating pre-funding requirements. He goes on to say, but I do believe that the end goal for Ripple is that enterprise will choose. They will automatically choose to source other digital assets and more assets added later on from their XRP wallet by the Liquidity Hub because of the cost and speed. So because XRP is so efficient and so cost efficient too, it's fast and cost efficient, why would a company choose a different type of cryptocurrency? Even if they need Bitcoin, why source the Bitcoin directly if you can source it faster and cheaper leveraging XRP liquidity? Why do I believe this to be fundamental to their end strategy for XRP? If they are planning to make XRP a global bridge asset for all sorts of assets, payments would just be the first step, bridging fiat to XRP with more assets added over time. This is part of a speech David Schwartz gave in the past, but it shows their large vision for XRP as a neutral asset, as he calls it. As you can see, the more assets there are, the more need for a neutral bridge assets there would be. So Ripple is looking to start off small, right? And, if you start off small, maybe you don't need that neutral asset. But as you start to grow and as you start to provide more digital assets, well, there's going to be more of a need for that neutral asset. At least this is the theory. And this is from the David Schwartz speech. If you're looking for cross-border, the key factor is interoperability. You're working across jurisdictions and across assets. You need a neutral asset in between different CBDCs, or your liquidity will be divided among the N2 pairs of CBDCs. Similarly, if other assets, such as securities around the world, get tokenized, there's even more need for a neutral asset between multiple CBDCs and possibly a large number of new assets in new asset classes. So David Schwartz saying, right, the more assets there are, the more need for a neutral asset there will be. And this was from an older presentation, has nothing to do with the Liquidity Hub from my understanding, but this is all bringing focus on why the Liquidity Hub exists and what Ripple's end goals are for that Liquidity Hub, a neutral asset that will bridge them all. Now, Ripple will start the Liquidity Hub with just a few cryptos, but add more over time. And here's an interesting observation. I suspect they are planning to add a lot of assets. Interestingly, they will start with a bunch of slow mining coins, perhaps strategic, sourcing faster with XRP. That is likely the case. I mean, why else would you choose Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin Cash, and XRP, coincidentally? So basically mining coins and then XRP, right? I mean, you could argue that these are some of the more popular cryptocurrencies, but I can see his point here. The slow mining coins, add those ones first, and you will incentivize these clients to utilize XRP because, well, XRP is just faster than all those coins. If we look at cross-border payments, the end goal for Ripple would be every customer having an XRP wallet that they use for their international payments, XRP to fiat conversion. I believe the same XRP wallet could be used to convert to any asset in the Liquidity Hub, with just one XRP wallet for conversion to any asset for any Ripple customer. Top up in 3 seconds, meaning not a lot of XRP is needed. And then just add more and more assets to the Liquidity Hub, just like how Amazon is adding new products. So he's bringing us back to this old tweet here from Bob Way from about 3 years ago now. I like that diagram, but you have to imagine the circles with 180 fiat currencies plus gold, silver, and some crypto assets as well. So even back in 2019, Bob Way was giving us a hint as to where the XRPL was going to move. This, of course, was before the Liquidity Hub was even introduced. Only then do you realize the magnitude of how many direct market combinations there are in the top diagram. And so he's just retweeting out Darren Moore's tweet here. I believe I can see the future with regards to XRP being the center, that neutral asset, right? Sourcing liquidity for all these different fiat currencies. But Bob Way giving us a hint even back in 2019. Think gold, think silver, think of all the other crypto assets that are going to need to be sourced. Enter Liquidity Hub, right? 2022, bringing this to our attention, becoming more of a reality. So the more liquid XRP becomes, the more incentivized should Ripple's customers be to source directly from their XRP wallet, and most likely not just for payments. I believe this is how you turn Ripple into the Amazon of crypto for enterprises, and XRP the bridge. So again, guys, leveraging XRP as that neutral asset to bridge CBDC, stablecoins, and other payment networks and other kinds of assets. Something that, back in 2019, we probably weren't seeing as clearly as Bob Way was seeing, because Bob Way, well, obviously we know about Bob Way. He used to work at Ripple, so he had the inside scoop. And, he gave us a lot of information, but, it still had some of us in the XRP community scratching our heads. I think now, though, it is becoming clearer than ever, the neutral bridge asset to move all the money and the liquidity hub utilized to incentivize financial institutions to use XRP specifically, even though they're saying you don't have to use XRP, but it's there and it is superior to all the other coins. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.